Music is your DNA. It's your purpose, your motivator, your catalyst. My name is Alex J, and I'll be your tour guide onto the journey towards your new professional music career. Join me as we uncover the music industry's secrets. From creative concepts to business and marketing, here are the keys to the next level. Welcome to the Music Chop Shop. What's up, everybody? Alex J back with another episode of the Music Chop Shop Podcast, where we break down the music industry one slice at a time. I'm so glad to be back with you guys here. We're here every Friday, so if you haven't been to any of the other episodes, please go watch some of them. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can like this video and subscribe to the channel. You're gonna find them all there. You can also go to our resource page located at musicmastermind.com/resources. We're gonna have recaps of every single episode, plus a lot of really cool stuff. And we're also on every major podcast platform, both iTunes and Spotify and beyond. And you can also find the written version of this in our medium.com blog. Our username is @musicmastermind. Today, we're gonna talk about a concept that's really so essential and so misunderstood, and a lot of people are not talking about how to go about this the right way, and it's the number one secret on how to grow your music network. Okay, this is something that's completely overlooked, and the people who do it very well, but most people out there, 99% of people out there in the world, they're not going about it properly. And you might be one of those people in music where you're doing things right and you have some really good product, but as soon as you try to go and show other people, kind of like you hit a brick wall. Nobody seems to have interest, and you do reach out to people. You're like proactive about kind of like showing your stuff to people, but it has little to no effect. So I'm gonna give you some tips on how to overcome that barrier and actually start growing and start getting those connections that you want. The number one thing that comes to mind when it comes to growing your network, and it's something that I applied early on, and it's having confidence and faith that things are gonna go your way. Starts with the mindset. Like almost everything in life, it starts with mindset. So if you every day you go, oh man, I don't know if somebody's gonna like this. What if they think I'm dumb, or what if they don't like my music? Like if you already start with a negative mindset, you're feeding those thoughts and you're planting seeds in your brain that stop you from going forward. And because the energy, it just shows in how you talk and how you portray yourself and the way you write text. It all kind of permeates into everything. So it starts by saying, you know what? Yes, I am gonna reach out to people. This is gonna happen. I am gonna break this barrier. I am gonna expand my network. And that's where it starts on initially, on yourself. Waking up and being confident on that what you have is good, and that other people should connect with you, but not in a forceful way. Like you would just like to share with them so they can appreciate what you do as well. Because if you like something that much, where you feel confident enough to show it to other people, then they're gonna love it. If they genuinely like you and you have a relationship with them, that they're gonna love it. That being said, a lot of the times people expect to create relationships from things that don't have that weight. So, it starts there. So is what you have, is it good enough? Is it good enough for you? It doesn't have to be good enough in general, or somebody at a high level saying, oh, that's great. Do you love it? Is it something that you would put on replay? If you, like, let's say you wrote a song and you hear it back a million times and you still want to keep hearing it. Do you like it that much? Do you think it's there? If it is, then great, right? If it's not, then start there. Start with something tangible like, man, I love what I'm doing. Whether it's an album, whether it's helping a producer or an artist kind of get through the door with somebody as an enabler, or maybe as a manager, whatever that is, you have to love and have a lot of passion, because you're going to get a lot of no's, and you got to get a lot of doors closed in your face, and you got to be able and willing to keep moving forward. So love what you do and just be passionate about whatever that is. Number 2, you gotta create relationships long term. This takes time. You don't just barge in the door and start shouting at people about something that you want, right? Who does that? That's literally how almost everyone online is behaving when it comes. You know how many times you go to somebody's post, somebody who's a celebrity or somebody who's like up there in the music scene, and you see all these comments like, "Oh, yo, check my album," and see the, I just did some pictures. Oh wow, like some bland little comment that no one cares about. Do you think that's effective? You think that works? You think like magically people go like, hey, yeah, let me just click on this comment because it's so interesting. No, it has the opposite effect. You just, one, makes you look spammy. Two, you're literally communicating with no one, and you might get a little hate on it because you're just being spammy. And then you're like working against yourself. You're like basically whatever value you have, people are not seeing that, and they cannot see that because there's this friction wall between the spam and you. So, and you created that spam. So don't be spammy. A lot of, the right way to go about this would be to, reach out and treat it like you're a real human being. Like you're having a conversation with somebody at a friend's house or a bar, and you wouldn't just barge in and just like start screaming whatever you think off the top of your head. You would first say hi, generally see if there's any connection. And if there is, like, talk about it, comment it. So when you're visiting someone's Instagram account or Facebook, or it's personal, like have a comment that actually makes sense. Don't just comment up something or have a bot comment for you, say, oh, great post. Oh, follow for follow. Those things do not work. And I know why people keep spending money. It's like, they do not work. And I can give you examples of myself that I spent thousands of dollars in different marketing campaigns and they have zero value. The only people winning there is the companies that offer these services, which, they don't work. They just don't work. What works is relationships. So work on establishing a relationship with whoever you're trying to build. And if they're too high up the chain, just approach people under them, but in a real way. If you really like a picture that they have, hey, I love your picture. Hey, you know what? If it's a player, it plays instruments. Yo, I love that riff you were playing. Oh man, like that drum pattern is sick. Like I really inspired me. Like, be real about your approach because that will pay off. Is it immediate? No. Are you gonna get thousands of followers while they claim we're 1 million followers in 6 months? No. But you're gonna create long-lasting relationships that can turn into profitable ventures. You never know. You never know. So the best thing is to, be cool and make friends. Real friends, not fake friends online, like real friends. Because even though Instagram, it's digital, it's a vehicle. It's a vehicle for you to express yourself and connect with others who do the same. So, treat it as you're making new friends. So that's literally the secret of growing your network, is having faith that things are going to work and making friends. And, and I'm not talking faith like we're talking about a religious concept. This is believing that positive things can come your way. A lot of people focus on the worst case scenario. What happens if you focus on the best case scenario? And really, with that mindset, you approach it that way and you just reach out to people. And it's a numbers game too. It's volume. So imagine if you reach out to 100 people, of course, not 100 of those people are going to reach back to you, but hey, maybe 2 or 3 or maybe 5 reach back. You got 5 new friends, 5 new connections, 5 new opinions, 5 new everything. So foster them, not just leave them hanging or, do the Instagram thing or the Facebook thing or the Twitter thing, Don't spend unnecessary time. Like if you see the value in what you're seeing, let them know. And it's going to come back to you. And I think that's, the biggest advice I can give you on networking, because that's what I've applied. And that's why to this day, I still have amazing relationships with people that, they over the course of time, they're still there and I'm still there with them. So we both grow together. So that being said, I hope that helped. This is the end for this episode of the Music ChopShop Podcast. Please come back next Friday. We're going to have amazing content for you. If you haven't checked out our resource page, it's located at musicmastermind.com/resources. We're going to have all the recaps of all of these episodes, plus really amazing free tools and a lot of supplementary videos on everything there is to music and music business and everything in between. That's it for now. Love you guys. I'm signing off. See you next Friday. Cheers.